So I'm pretty big into signs that like life gives us. And the other day I got a really clear sign, and I think it ties into the season we're in right now, with it being Cancer season, and we also have Mercury retrograding in Cancer season. And yeah, so every single day signs are always happening in our lives, you know, but it's up to us to pay attention. It may not be as clear as like seeing a stop sign while you're driving, or like, you know, while I'm riding this bike I can see a stop sign, but I definitely had a sign. So I was like super hungry. I had finished my day's work, and I was like, yo, I'm ready to eat, and I just want something so good and filling. And for some reason I was like, I want a Philly cheesesteak. I haven't had a Philly cheesesteak in a very long time, and I was determined to get that Philly cheesesteak. So I found one, and it was cheap too. It was like $10.99 or something, $11 or $12, whatever. And it looked so good. The reviews I saw at the time for it were great reviews too. So I ordered it online. I'm like, okay, cool. I get to the place, and immediately the vibe is off, man. Like, it was hot. The people that were working there, they didn't greet me. They looked hot. There was no AC. The cook looked extremely sweaty and just like empty. He was just like staring. And I was just like, okay, that's crazy. You know, because like food is like very important. It ties in deeply to how we nurture ourselves. And that's why I say this sign was very representative of Mercury retrograding in Cancer, and us just being in Cancer season, because it's an important time to like nurture ourselves with the right things. So yeah, I look at the guy, I'm like, okay, I already paid online. I look at the girl, and I'm like, you know, they just seemed very unenthused, and like they had no connection or care towards the food that was being prepared. So honestly, that was my first red flag. So I'm like, yeah, I'm here for my order. She's like, okay, it's not ready yet. I'm like, all right, cool. Next thing you know, there's flies flying around everywhere. And actually, I noticed that immediately upon entry. There was like, I gotta go up a little bump. There were so many flies in there. There was more flies in there than customers. There was like, at least there had to have been like 5. And so I was like, okay, this is crazy. This isn't sanitary. I step outside, the garbage cans were stinking. Like, I'm not even playing. It was smelling so bad. And I was just like, man, I can't eat here. I know I paid, but whatever. So eventually, yeah, and I called my brother. I'm like, man, it's hot in here. There's flies flying around. He was like, oh, that means that's it. We're definitely about to be slapping. I'm like, no, man, this is crazy. I ended up just leaving. And I was like, you know what? I really what I wanted to do, I wanted to get some food so I could like eat and then walk around outside to get my steps in and get some outdoor time. And so that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to get something while I was out. So I go to another place that I usually go to. But even in there, I was just like, I'm going up a hill, by the way. Woo. But even in there, I was just kind of like, man, I don't know. I'll be better off cooking my own food. So I ended up not getting anything from there either. Man, this is a crazy hill. Wow. So yeah, I just went on a walk, and I ended up eventually going home to cook, and I made the most immaculate salmon wraps. I'm gonna put a picture of it on the screen because it was so good, and it was like way much more better than anything I could have consumed from either of those places that day. Oh, I was like, dang, clearly the universe is telling me during this season, you need to nurture yourself and tap into your own gifts and those intrinsic qualities that you have to offer to not only the world, but most importantly to yourself. So that's a central theme that I think Mercury Retrograde is in Cancer is communicating with us, to tap into your gifts and those things that come from within, to nurture yourself, and also to cook for yourself, because cooking is like magic. And so when you add your own essence and your own flavors and your own, specialties and preferences and whatnot, when you add those things to a good pot of food that is going to nourish you, you can't go wrong with that. So I will be cooking a lot more during this season to nurture myself. I encourage you guys to do the same. I'm also planning to frequent the spa more during this season. And just remember that you have the energy to do those things. Sometimes I feel like it's easier to outsource because we think things would be quicker, but I actually spent more time trying to get food and some stuff from a source that wasn't good for me. Like, if I would have just cooked from the get-go, I would have saved a lot more time and energy and effort and money. So it would be advantageous for you to nourish yourself and handle yourself with care during this Cancer season. And one more thing about Mercury Retrograde is that it sustains us. It gives us an abundance, extra energy to get things done that we have been meaning to get done, things that we've been putting off. And usually it helps me to accomplish a lot of those tasks. I know I have some business stuff that I need to get done that I have been putting off, but what that example showed me is that it's giving me more energy to nurture myself and to take care of myself, to sustain my peace of mind and just peace of self. So happy Mercury Retrograde, you guys. It's not a bad thing. Some people are like, oh, it's Mercury Retrograde. You are likely to run into people that perhaps you have certain cycles and patterns with, or maybe some type of history. Especially during this time, you might run into people that you have that remind you need to focus on yourself, nurture yourself, and don't expect it from them. But it's definitely a time to learn, because Mercury is definitely a communicator, a teacher, and it's a trickster too, so be careful. That's one thing people don't talk about. Mercury is definitely a trickster planet. And so those people, situations, or things that you're reflecting on this time, or that are reorbiting your space, they might be bringing certain lessons with them that cause you to develop in this area of nurturing the self and, mothering, or the home, things dealing with your home, your roots, your culture, where you come from, all those things. I'm gonna try to make this a consistent thing of me biking and vlogging at the same time with my new camera. I'm hoping that the sound is good. I think it is, because I tested it one day. I'm not talking particularly loud, but I do trust that the sound is decent so that I can continue these things, because like I don't have the proper mics right now for this DJI camera. I have the first generation, which apparently don't connect to this unless I use a cord, and I want to be able to use the wireless mics that I could just clip onto myself while I'm on the bike, and hopefully that kind of cancel out the wind a little bit. But that's been my little bike talk for today. I really enjoyed it because I don't talk to myself a lot out loud, and this kind of makes a way for that. I've had friends that tell me like, what, you don't talk to yourself? Like, no, like at home I do not talk to myself. Like the most I do is laugh to myself or sing. I will sing and rap a little bit, but I don't really talk because I'm like, what, it's just me, why would I talk, but that's a common practice that people do, and I think it's pretty healthy too. So yeah, that's all for now, guys. Thanks for riding with me. I hope you guys are staying active. Like this video, share it if you found it insightful, and subscribe to my YouTube. This might be posted on Instagram too, but if you're on YouTube, definitely subscribe. Today I took a new bike route, just randomized. I've rode my bike for a minute. Like this new bike, I haven't been riding it for extremely long, but I'm no stranger to biking. So this path that I'm taking, I've never taken this path, so it's actually quite enjoyable, quite nice. So peace people.